Yes, sir. It's the 9 to 5 Sports Guys. It's your boy T.
It's your man TJ.
What up, though? It's your boy Nam.
And I say it every episode, but I'm gonna continue to thank everybody that's been tuning in, watching the 9 to 5 Sports Guys. I appreciate all the support. We appreciate the support. We appreciate everybody, liking the content, commenting and everything. You gotta forgive me. I'm a little off right now because I'm trying to figure out who took a bigger loss yesterday, the Detroit Lions or TikTok. I don't know who took the bigger loss yesterday, but we're gonna get into that. First things first. How are you gentlemen doing?
Good, man. Good. Can't complain.
Blessed, man. I can't not complain.
Okay. I know why. Now I've got a smile on his face. We
Always.
gonna get into that later.
Always.
First things first. So
Life
I know the
is good.
NFL playoffs is going on right now, but we do have a championship game tomorrow. We got Notre Dame and we got Ohio State. Now, how did we get here? Notre Dame played Penn State, right?
Right.
And there was talks about the Penn State quarterback possibly, depending on how he did in that game, coming out of and becoming a potential draft pick. And needless to say, he's going back to school.
Yeah.
He's going back to school.
Yeah.
Go back to school, get your education, man. Notre Dame won that game. And then we had Ohio State and Texas. So that game was a little bit, close up until the end. Ohio State, now they're playing in the championship game. Now, it's funny because I said this last episode, how before the playoffs started, Ryan Day was, quote-unquote, on the hot seat.
Right.
So if he wins the national championship, yes, you lost to Michigan, but, at the end of the day, you lose the battle and win the war.
Right.
Which is crazy because he had an appearance, a couple of years ago, right? When they played Alabama.
Yeah, I believe so. So it's like,
How you in the hot seat?
Well, he was on the hot seat by his own fans, though.
yeah.
It wasn't media. I mean, but your own school, your own fans saying he needed to go.
But that's that spoiled fan mentality,
Yeah.
Compared to a team that has no chance of making the playoffs.
Right.
The expectation for these schools and teams are just crazy. But real quick, who you got? Notre Dame, Ohio State.
Well, I'm pulling for Notre Dame.
Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ohio.
Ohio.
They got Ohio at 8.5 points. I'll take the underdog, man, as usual. Plus,
Yeah.
ain't nothing wrong with a minority coach out there getting it done first time in the college football.
It's not gonna be close.
Yeah. I probably would go with Ohio State too. Buckeyes.
Yeah, what they did to Texas in that second half proved everything I needed to see.
What did it prove? Because Texas was shaky before that. I can't. You just sit here and say, "Oh, Ohio State is going to outright win it because they beat Texas."
I mean, they dominated them on the defensive end in the second half.
Yeah, but Texas has been shaky all year long, though.
Wow.
So I can't say that you're going to be a blowout. Or, ain't gonna be close. But
It's the wrong time to be shaky.
hey, look, remember now, just like other segments, you have to come back and eat those words, for things you done said wrong. Now, so I'm just saying,
Listen, man, Kendrick Lamar once said, he'll park your son, man.
yeah, well,
Let it get shaky.
I'm just saying, hey, look.
Let it get shaky. I will park your son, man. It's just what it is.
Listen.
It'll be a tight one. Both defenses are strong.
Yeah.
But Ohio State does have a lot more weapons on offense. But that doesn't mean that they're going to win, as we've seen some teams that got booted.
Now, real quick, I know we normally talk sports, but
Yeah.
speaking of losses, what's up with your boy Drake in the lawsuit? What's going on with that, yo?
My boy?
That's your boy, yo.
That's crazy.
Everybody
You
taking
wanna-
losses. Like, what's going on?
You want to run this thing back? Mr. They Not Like Us and Euphoria and all that stuff?
No, listen. I always been Team Kendrick. I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
feel you.
Yeah, everybody pretty much taking losses nowadays, man.
What's crazy is his aftermath since the beef or whatever is making Not Like Us look like the greatest diss of all time.
I wouldn't say that,
Yeah,
but
we're
when
not-
he's
we're not
I
gonna
wouldn't
say
say the
that, no.
greatest diss.
No.
Look how long this thing has dragged out.
Well, yeah,
Every time he makes another lawsuit, it goes back up in the top 10. It goes back up into the top 10.
So who fault is that?
It hit.
Drake's?
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
believe so.
saying. That's
Yeah.
what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah. Listen,
You're
Yeah.
causing this to continue to keep running.
Yeah. Yeah.
the problem
'Cause
is
people's attention span is usually quick. They forget quickly.
see the problem is with the whole situation with Drake is he was in a lose-lose situation. There was nothing he could have done to one that okay, for instance, prime example, say he would have came out with a Not Like Us record before Not Like Us came out.
Right.
They would have killed him. Why are you making a club record? This is a battle.
No.
So there was a lose-lose situation. It was a lose-lose situation like that.
Well, the sad part about it is, though, when he keep doing these lawsuits, and you know what's going to make it even worse? February 9th.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Super Bowl.
And
It's
it's
going to make him look even worse.
I think he's trying to do that to prevent
them playing,
them playing the song. But
it
it's
ain't going
like
to happen.
Notice,
Bruh.
we haven't seen a single halftime commercial promotion
nah.
all year.
Well,
Well,
yes,
except
they
for the
have.
initial,
They-
the initial
yeah,
one.
That's
they,
it.
They have Kendrick on the screen, shows up.
Yeah,
With
but,
the back- yeah,
but
but-
prior to that, remember with the LA one, we seen a bunch of commercials with
Mm-hmm.
Eminem, with Mary J. Blige, or even the Usher one. We seen it since the announcement. Every week, you see a commercial.
Yeah.
Halftime. But we haven't seen it since. Of course, the lawsuit is causing that as well.
But see, if he didn't learn anything from the Pusha battle, just come out with music, man.
That's your boy.
Let sleeping dogs lie, man. Take your L and move on.
Take your L.
That's it.
Move on. There's no sense of making excuses. No sense of none of that.
That's your boy, bro.
Yeah, but he going outside on this one. You know who else is going outside? The Detroit Lions, man. I don't know how. Right. Before we even go to Detroit, we got to recap last weekend, Wild Card Weekend.
Yeah.
So I got to ask you, out of everybody in the Wild Card Weekend, give me your top 3 worst performances, quarterback-wise, in Wild Card Weekend.
Only wild card?
Yeah. We start with Wild Card Weekend.
Oh man, I'm gonna take it back to Chappelle Show. Sam Darnold.
He had the worst?
Yeah.
How he had the worst?
You're arguably a number 1 seed, and you just lay an egg.
Okay. So before we dive deeper into that, and he makes his comments so that doesn't make some sense sometimes. You say okay. We say Sam Darnold had a bad day.
You did.
Well, he had a bad day because he had
he
helmets all in his face
All game.
the whole game. Like
He was seeing ghosts again.
no quarterback, I don't care what quarterback in the league is going to be able to perform when you got those dogs coming after you and they biting.
Facts.
If the offensive line is not blocking, why are you blaming the quarterback for it?
Facts.
I don't understand it. That kills me. We say they're trash, but you say they're trash when they can't throw the ball accurately. Say they're trash when they can't get out of the pocket and run or read. Yeah, if you don't have time to read the field, how are you garbage?
This is what we do in America, my brother.
No. This is what
we do in American media. We blame,
not all media people, because I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I give credit where credit due. The offensive line.
So you're not like us now.
Yeah, exactly. So I say the offensive line was garbage in that game.
I agree.
Because they blocked nobody.
I agree.
They brought safeties down to blitz. Now, granted, he may have been garbage and not calling an audible to bring somebody to come bring a block.
Now, I'm going to give credit to, I think Bart Scott said this on the radio. One of the things, what you said was absolutely.
No, I was talking about some of the things he said don't make sense.
No, it's valid. It ain't.
Listen, one of the things, and
Maybe never mind.
one of the things that was brought up was, you go back to, let's start from 07, right?
Yeah.
From 07 to 2012 to 2015 to the game. And I'm not putting Sam Darnold with these quarterbacks that I'm about to name.
Right.
Tom Brady in 07, Peyton Manning in 2012, Cam Newton 2015. What do the three have in common? What out of those three guys, what did they have in common going against three defenses that put pressure on them all game? Cam Newton against Denver, Peyton Manning against Seattle, and Tom Brady against the Giants. What can you do when they putting pressure on you all game?
When there's a relentless pass rush like that, there's not much you could do,
Not-
especially if your offensive line isn't blocking on the edges.
And
That's
I'm
the
not
most important
I'm
thing.
not making excuses for Sam Darnold. He didn't help his case, right? But I'm gonna just go to 2 games, right? Jordan Love. He threw 3 picks against the Eagles. A guy that's in the conversation, and he didn't even get, Justin Herbert.
And he had a bad thumb on his throwing hand too. So.
Justin Herbert threw 4 picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna get,
Justin Herbert threw 4
Yeah.
picks.
Look.
Yeah.
Why did Justin Herbert get a pass? Right?
Mm-hmm.
He's starting to creep up in that Josh Allen range where Josh Allen can't do no wrong in the media's eyes because not one person sat there and said anything about Justin Herbert. And they actually was blaming the coach the last couple of years for Justin Herbert.
Well, he getting that Phillip Rivers treatment.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the last couple of years,
Mhm.
they were saying, oh, the reason why Justin Herbert couldn't win because of the coach.
Right.
Now, what's the excuse?
Bad. I mean, see now that right there, that's what I say
Yeah.
is garbage.
Yeah.
Cause those are reads you were making.
Yes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that to me right there is like, okay, you play like trash.
Yeah. And then the Texans didn't have they were missing 2 of their best weapons.
And they were still balling.
Yeah, no, they were. They
Yeah.
were. But when you're a quarterback that, and this is hot take or whatever, didn't earn his job. He didn't earn the starting job.
Who?
Justin Herbert. If you remember, he started because of a technicality. The doctor punctured the lungs of Tyrod Taylor. That's how Justin Herbert got his start. Not to knock
But,
Justin
I mean,
Herbert.
Wasn't he a top pick?
He was a top
He was
pick,
a top
but he wasn't
pick,
the
but,
starter.
yeah.
though.
Eventually, he was going to
Yeah.
get
Eventually,
the job.
yes.
Yeah.
Just like eventually, maybe Tom Brady would have started, but he didn't earn that top spot. I mean, he didn't earn the starting quarterback position. So we
He
like
definitely didn't lose it once he got it.
no, he didn't. He
Yeah.
didn't. He obviously it was the right pick,
Right.
and that's what got Brian Flores
Right.
up out of Miami because he
Right.
wanted Herbert over Tua.
Yeah.
But my point is, the media puts this guy.
The media.
Yes, the media, the new media.
Yeah.
The media puts Herbert in the class of Allen, Mahomes, Jackson, Burrow. What has this guy done since he been in the league?
Well, he don't get a pass here because he was garbage.
Facts.
He was garbage in that game.
Yeah,
You know.
Justin probably played the worst. I only said Sam because you had all them flex bombs the other day.
Yeah, I did. Listen, and I sit here and say,
It's just to
No.
remind you that didn't really age.
listen,
It
listen,
aged like bananas.
it didn't. And you know what it was? I thought about it after the fact. I'm like, maybe I should have did that after they won.
You probably
But
jinxed
you
him.
know, it may took his stock down just a smidge.
Yeah.
But there are teams that want him.
Yeah, that,
And
they need a
Minnesota wants
quarterback.
him too.
Yeah.
So like I said, it didn't the game itself hurt him. But as far as his play goes,
Yeah, you can't take away the
you can't take away that. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know where Minnesota was as a team that game because they could not stop nobody running through that lane, man.
What were they? 14-3 overall, right?
overall.
Yeah.
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 And
I don't think. that person
so
was bad.
Yeah.
I totally got sidetracked. My point was when the blitz is coming, right? So granted, I never played it down in the NFL, but if I'm a receiver and my guy is blitzing,
Right.
why am I running 10, 12 yards down the field? I'm gonna turn around and get a quick screen or something. Because at least if the safety's coming over, I got a couple yards before he can get to me.
But see, as you can see with the game yesterday, when Steve Spagnuolo for the Chiefs kept bringing them guys to the line,
Yeah.
he didn't have time to even get the ball
Yeah.
hide the ball.
Yeah.
They were already in the
Yo,
backfield.
there was one play. They did a play action. Sam did his thing. He turned around. I think it was like one of the first sacks. He turned around and that was it.
Yeah.
But they was in the backfield before before he could hand the ball
This
off.
dude got sacked in the end zone, and I think his helmet was turned sideways while his face was still looking straight. I was like, yeah, what can you do, dog? You know, you can't say that's bad quarterback play.
So, yeah, I'm gonna give all three of those quarterbacks, Herbert, Darnold, and Love. Love, he went under the radar too. He had a bad. He threw 3 picks, but I'm gonna give those 3 the worst performances of what you call it. But I'm also gonna give the kid Jaden Daniels, man. I'm gonna give him his flowers because right now he looking like the real deal.
Yeah, offensive rookie of the year.
He got banged up in the game against the against Tampa. They showed the shot of him bleeding from his face.
Cheek, yeah.
His cheek, patched him up, came through, and Tampa beat themselves. Pause. That was crazy. Tampa with the mistakes is what cost them the game. That was,
But you know, they last 7 games, they've been squeaking by. So you can say that every team that they played actually really hurt themselves because they could have won that game. Like
facts.
So I mean, but Jaden Daniels, as far as his play goes, I want to see how he does next season because you know we always get these. Hey, look, these rookie years, and they done this first and done this first. Got to remember, RG3 was in the same position.
Facts.
Same position as Jaden Daniels, and then he tore that knee, and that was the end of him.
Yeah.
So
it's always a sophomore slump.
Yeah, we got to.
C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, look at him.
C.J. Stroud. He didn't have.
Even Big Ben had a sophomore slump.
Yeah,
but I will say with C.J. Stroud though is that you know his team was kind of mediocre this year, so they kind of play a part of his slump. That wasn't good due to his play, like per se. But I want to see how he progresses. If he has the same year next year, like guys, you know how it is when guys come in the league, they be like, oh, you know, no one's seen this happen before, and then all of a sudden they know how to get a grip on it next season. Let's see how he progresses.
See, the thing is, when they come in, there for some players there are high expectations, right?
Right.
And what he's doing right now is he's exceeding expectations.
Mm-hmm.
So he might have a similar to slightly better year next year. They might say, oh, well, he might hit a sophomore slump. See, the thing is, when you come in with really high expectations or when you do good really early, they want you to now you got to be better than what you were as a rookie and stuff like that. So, although he's doing great now, depending on where he finishes, that's going to put pressure on him moving forward.
I think it helps more when the team was already garbage. Like when C.J. Stroud came in, he only uplift that team.
Yeah, facts.
Jaden Daniels,
same way.
Uplift that team. So they were like already garbage. So what you get now, you're like, okay, we can work on this.
Yeah.
Even if he has a slump slightly next year, you still, making playoffs.
You're way ahead of the curve.
Right.
Facts.
Right.
And we got to give Dan Campbell, not Dan Campbell, Quinn.
Yeah.
Quinn.
All them damn Dans. We got to give them Stone Cold lookalikes. We got to give Dan Quinn his because this is another team that he's taken, and
Yep. As a head coach.
As a head coach,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. He's one game away from the Super Bowl. Again. So
the good thing for him, he ain't got Kyle Shanahan. So thank you for that, because he blows games. Pause.
But see now, granted,
that's crazy.
Granted, you look at the division. We're gonna stay on the division.
Yeah.
You got the Eagles, you got Washington, which are two teams that are potentially gonna be good for the foreseeable future.
Right.
We got two other teams in the division. One, they're gonna keep their head coach, try to look for a new quarterback. But there's another team in that division, right? Some interesting news has transpired. Mike McCarthy, no longer employed by the Dallas Cowboys.
Who could have foreseen that?
Right.
Now, do you think that was fair though? Because his tenure there, he went 12-4, 3 years out of the 5 years he was there, and the only 2 years he didn't make the playoffs is when Dak got hurt.
I don't think it's. I wouldn't think it's fair. I mean, he's had a good winning record since he's been there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really pretty much all you can ask for a Dallas coach. to have a winning record because they ain't do nothing else. So I think it's unfair, but at the same time, I mean, the only reason I say it's unfair because all the other coaches he had them been there 9, 10 years,
Facts.
you know.
Facts.
So I think he should have been given another shot. But we talking about Jerry Jones here.
Yeah.
So you know, if it ain't his way, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
So, but I do think it was also set up to bring Kellen Moore back over there.
Yeah, I think them finishing with winning records every year is why he got fired.
Yeah.
Now, if he had like mediocre seasons, like Jason Garrett had a few of them, I think they would like, okay, there's still improvement. But they're looking at it like we have a team that can win. You're just not getting us
Over the hump.
to that next level.
Yeah, but once again, it's not the head coach.
Of
it's
course.
Jerry Jones that's not getting them over that hump.
Again, but you're gonna blame somebody,
Yeah.
and you're gonna listen to the noise that the media says, him having poor clock management, down late games, or whatever the case may
Yeah,
be.
I agree with that.
Yeah, so he had to blame somebody.
So Nam, let me ask you. You said Kellen Moore, the next Dallas head coach.
Probably more likely.
Who you think is gonna be the next head coach?
Deion Sanders.
See, that was my next thing.
Smoking clouds,
Yeah,
man. It's
hell
just it's good for media talk, but
Yeah.
it's him and Jerry Jones are not gonna coexist. Power has to be given over.
Yeah,
Now-
and
Ain't
Deion's
gonna happen.
Deion's larger than life.
You got to remember. That's what I'm saying. You got to remember. You bring Deion in, Jerry Jones, you afterthought.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna happen.
That's the same thing that I thought.
Yeah.
But stranger things have happened.
So now that they've only interviewed 2 people. Notice that Deion
And Kellen,
and Kellen Moore.
they're gonna bring Kellen.
Kellen Moore used to be the OC there.
Yeah,
So
full circle.
yeah. So he's going around the Rams, Eagles. Now come back.
Full circle.
Yeah. That's the obvious choice.
Plus, it's easier for him to give up the power,
Yeah.
like you were saying,
Mm-hmm.
than Deion would. Deion is gonna be in front of the camera
Yeah.
just as much as Jerry would.
It's going. Well, I don't. Yo.
And there's
I can
nothing
see-
there's nothing Jerry could do about
Yeah.
that.
I can see Jerry trying to squeeze media time in because the camera's
Yeah.
always on Deion.
They're gonna be fighting for who has the most media coverage because Deion sells himself.
Yeah.
Jerry sells himself. So
He has to be in that war room. He has to be in there looking at these players and scouting these players, and that's Jerry Jones' job. That ain't. Jerry's all about drafting his own guys.
Yeah.
So that ego right there is was where you at right now. And plus, I think Colorado they throwing the house at Deion. You can have whatever you want,
yeah,
do whatever you need to do, because if you leave us, we're gonna be non-existent again.
yeah. I mean, what he did with that program is borderline amazing.
Yeah,
They went from one win to 2 bowl games
To
in 2
ranked.
years. Yeah, to ranked. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
ranked
and
top 25,
Potential couple of high picks next season.
and could have
Yeah.
been and could have
Two
been in the top
5.
12.
Yeah, 2 top 5 picks.
Yeah.
So, but back to the playoffs. So, Commanders won yesterday. They beat the Lions. The Lions, like I said in the opening, I think the Lions took a bigger fall than TikTok did, because
And they both got beat by Washington.
That's a fact.
Both got beat by Washington.
That's a fact.
that was good. That was good.
Both got beat by Washington.
Hey, clip that one.
In the evening too. It was all in the evening.
yeah, that was a good one. That was a good
All
one.
around 9 o'clock when they took them all down.
Yeah.
So Detroit, where does Detroit go from here? And I don't want to hear no excuses about Detroit didn't have all those. Yes, they didn't have all those defensive pieces, but they didn't have a lot of them for majority of the season, and still ended up with the bye in the first week. So
You know where they went wrong?
where
They had Jello at halftime. I think that's where they went wrong, bro. Shout out to Jello. That record is it's a bop, but I mean you couldn't get Eminem, you couldn't get Big Sean,
Right.
you couldn't get Trick.
now look, I if they would have won and played for the opportunity to go to the Super Bowl, maybe, but
T Grizzly isn't T Grizzly from Detroit? You couldn't
yeah,
get T
yeah.
Grizzly.
listen,
That's crazy.
I mean, I agree. I agree with you on that one. They had plenty of options to. I mean, they could have got Royce to
15-1.
Royce to
Royce?
5-9, somebody.
Yeah.
But
15-1.
what they say, the roof is the ceiling.
I think Jordan said that.
That's what Jordan said.
But I mean, to answer your question,
The roof is the ceiling. Yeah, Jordan said that.
Yeah, that's Mike said that.
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, they can only go up from here. Detroit has been down for the last 90 years.
Yeah.
I mean, they can only go up, man. I mean, they got it. They're gonna lose some pieces because NFL teams change every year.
Yeah.
But they'll lose a couple pieces. But they main guys, and granted too, they didn't have Hutchinson.
Yeah.
So that's a-
or Montgomery.
They didn't. Well, Montgomery was there. He was late.
Montgomery
Yeah,
played?
he played last
Yeah,
night.
they both
he
played.
He did?
Yeah, he was in for snaps.
You sure?
Yeah. See, he was worried about Jello halftime performance. He didn't even watch the whole game. That's what he was worried about.
I was, switching back and
Yeah,
forth
he was
between
there.
games, but yeah.
But like I said, they in the tight end was Hawkinson. They were losing some key pieces they could have used.
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
they can only go up from here. There's no more down. You
Yo,
know?
listen, that was an old school Madden game. Cause I didn't see so many punts. I mean, I didn't see any punts. I don't think.
Yeah.
I just seen everybody was going for it on fourth down.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm like, yo, that's Madden.
But that's
when you
hey,
play
look.
Madden, ain't no punts in Madden.
You can't look. 3 points ain't gonna win no championship game
Facts.
or no playoff
Facts.
game. You gotta score. You gotta score.
And
you
for
know.
the fact that they put up 45 points.
That in analytics today,
Yeah.
everybody goes
Yeah.
for it on fourth down.
Yeah.
Um,
Even if you're on your own 30,
Yeah.
40, we going for it.
Fourth
So-
and 7, go for it.
Yeah.
So that was the best game, the Lions and Commanders. Now there was a game before that. It was the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes against the Texans.
Ooh.
The refs?
Now I missed
Yes.
that game. So
right.
y'all gonna have to fill me in on that
Yes.
pause. The game as far
was
as
brutal.
yeah, that was. You're gonna have to tell me highlights or key plays of the games because that threw me off just now.
Just too many roughing the passer calls that were inaccurate, wrong.
Yeah.
Just too many. And as you stated earlier, man, it's just he getting it's another quarterback getting that treatment, that Brady
Treatment, yeah.
treatment. Star treatment, rather.
I gotta ask y'all this. Do the Chiefs look like they're 15-1 to y'all?
No.
You would think okay.
Because Detroit is 15-1 this year, right?
No, they
No, they were
15
They
too.
were 15-2.
15.
15-2?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember they lost Tampa
Yeah.
and they lost
Nah,
Buffalo.
They look legit to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they looked like they were winning those games.
They look dominant. But
Yeah.
the Chiefs, they're,
They limped their way in. It's a lot of games that were questionable that they really
Should
could
have lost. Yeah.
to me, they're 10-7.
When you look at at
Yeah.
their record, the Chiefs' record, you think of the Tom Brady that year with the Patriots. It was
Peyton Manning.
dominating Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Some of those years with the Colts,
Or, what was y'all when y'all went to the Super Bowl? 13-3 or something?
Yeah.
something like that.
Dominant
But
performance.
you look at
14-2.
Or the
Yeah.
the 15-1 Panthers dominant, like those type of dominant, or even Sanchez and them with the defense.
yeah,
They were dominant. So you see what the record looks like. The Chiefs, I don't really believe.
And
what I
those
see.
teams, also those teams too, were scoring averaging 33, 34 points
yeah.
a game.
The
Yeah.
Chiefs
So,
are just barely getting by.
yeah.
field
but-
goals every game.
Now,
But
let me ask y'all
in
this.
playoff mode now. They in
Let me
playoff
ask y'all
mode now.
this.
It's too late.
Interesting, man.
Yeah.
If the Chiefs can win and not look dominant all year, that is scary, man. That's a skill.
But a lot of those games were
Referee assistance, man.
opponent injuries.
Yeah.
Like when I say opponent injuries, I mean like they hurt themselves. Look at the game where they played the Raiders.
Yeah.
The center snapped the ball
Yeah,
too
he-
soon,
he
and it was like all they had to
botched
do
it.
was kick a field goal, and the game was over.
Yeah, botched it.
Yeah, it's like it had nothing to do with the Chiefs
Or-
causing it.
Or some of them are late pass interference, or roughing the passer. Where they're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, all their opponents
30,
hurt
20.
themselves. So it's nothing that the Chiefs did spectacular to sit here and say, "Oh man, they championship bound," but they in playoff mode now.
if anything, we can say that they have discipline.
Fact.
Yeah.
If we're
right.
gonna remove the assistance between the ref and stuff, we can say what, they have a disciplined, sound team,
Right.
both on offense and defense. They don't
Right.
really make too many mistakes. They're gonna run the ball. They're gonna, have that crazy schemes on offense and sets and stuff.
Right. Well, I agree with that.
Now, I missed the game, but I did see that throw. Patrick Mahomes falling and touchdown to Travis Kelce. You can't teach that. That's a level of greatness that
Backyard football.
Yeah,
pretty much.
We could say what we want, but they find ways to win.
Yeah.
Some might call it the refs, but however you look at it, they find ways to win.
They played that replay back so many times to see if he was down.
Yeah.
Before throwing that ball for that touchdown, but he was in midair. I was like, and he was accurate, and the guy wasn't even there yet.
Wasn't? Yeah, he threw it to a spot, and Travis Kelce knew how.
Yeah, he just slipped right in. Paul slipped right in there and caught it.
Settle down.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of them kind of episodes. So we got two good. We got two supposedly good games.
Yeah.
We got the Eagles. We got the Rams. The Rams are looking hot right now.
Hottest team right now.
No pun intended.
Yep.
Both sides. The Rams are on fire. Like I said, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Chill now. I listen. Listen.
Hey,
the Rams team. It's a metaphor. I didn't say like them. No, I don't.
Listen, real quick. A couple of weeks ago, right? This is not funny at all, but a couple of weeks ago, when they had some kind of like presidential meeting about it, and Joe Biden was talking with Kamala Harris, and basically saying that it's California is your former state. I know it's very sentiment to you.
Yeah.
Then he looked at her and said, "All right, fire away." I said, "Why would he do that?"
Wow, that's not funny, but wow, what a pun!
Yo,
good gracious,
yeah,
man.
The Rams are doing good right now. They're on a nice little run.
As soon as they got healthy, actually.
Yes.
As soon as they got healthy.
Philly could be in trouble, man.
Yeah, Philly.
I think they ran the table to get to the playoffs. I think they won with their last 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, remember they lost. They rested everybody against the Seahawks.
Yeah, up until
that point. Yeah, I think you're right. They won like six
or 7
straight.
Yeah,
because they started off 1-4.
Yeah,
and then I think you're right. They won 6 straight.
Everybody came back. They got healthy, ran the table.
And then Matthew Stafford, solid veteran.
Sean McVay he's a smart coach, man. He's very smart. He know how to. I mean, the Eagles got a problem. They especially got Cooper Kupp and Puka. What's that guy name, man? I don't know. I can't never say that dude's name, man. But I couldn't get off his name and say his last name. My bad, bro. My bad. But,
he was struggling.
I couldn't get off of it, man. But they got a problem, man. And then, that defense they got, and they got young studs up there, man.
Solid. The defensive line is solid.
Eagles are missing Dean. Dean's out for the season.
But see, that's going to be a battle right there because the Eagles' offensive line is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Their offensive line is solid, one of the best in the league.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an interesting matchup.
That's funny though, man, because to have the best offense in the league, and arguably probably the best defense in the league, your quarterback stay hurt all the time.
I'm talking about Hurts.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's weird to me.
No pun.
Yo, Jalen stay hurt all the time.
Yeah, this is good. This is gonna be the pun episode.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think in order for the Eagles to win.
Mm-hmm.
They got to be on the shoulders of Saquon.
Yeah, that's the crazy part though, man, because the Rams are good against the run.
Yeah.
So
that's gonna be interesting.
He's gonna have to throw the ball. Balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
He wanted to pass the ball.
Why would you say that? They're gonna have to eventually, even if it's not this game, if they win, they're gonna have to throw the ball.
What's so funny though is like, like you set Barkley out so he wouldn't get the rushing title. So now you got to run him because you set him down for the rest.
Facts.
So now you got to run him, otherwise it'd be pointless.
That's why I said In order for them to win, that's what you sat Saquon for.
Yeah.
So he could be fully healthy for the playoffs.
Exactly.
Every team that rested, did they win this week? I think the Chiefs might be the one. Chiefs won.
Chiefs won.
That might be the only one, right?
Yeah. You talking about had to buy?
They had to buy it.
Only the Chiefs and the Lions had to buy.
Yeah.
The Lions lost. So.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see these next two games how that look.
Now, speaking of the next two games, the game of the weekend, right? Now, the MVP is probably wrapped up. They probably got the votes in and everybody. So this game has nothing to do with the MVP. But it can solidify whoever wins.
But don't it, though?
Have they voted already?
Yeah, all the votes are in.
Oh, okay.
All the votes are in. Everything is done. We don't know who's going to win it
so
yet.
It's just to see if they got it right today.
Basically. So this is the MVP Bowl.
Lamar for number 3.
So if Lamar wins, and he wins in now granted, MVP is an individual award, but if he wins in dominant fashion.
And a regular season
award too. Yeah, that's another thing people because one year Dirk won the MVP and then they lost to the 8 seed, the Warriors, and they like, bruh, that has nothing to do with what he did in the regular
basketball.
season.
It confuses so many people, man.
Yeah,
they're like, well, they didn't even go to the finals. I'm like, that's a regular season
regular
award.
Season
That's
award.
why you got an award for a Finals MVP.
So, like I said, the MVP is already wrapped up. Whoever's gonna win, they're gonna say that at a later date. But this is basically the MVP Bowl. Yeah. The two finalists that are gonna win the MVP. I personally think Lamar should get it. Some people might think different. Think Josh Allen should get it. Now, this game is interesting because it's in Buffalo. Josh Allen has yet to lose this year at home.
Right,
he's undefeated at home. So I don't know, man. I'm going for the Ravens this game.
Yeah, both of these are cold weather teams, so weather's not going to play a factor. The only game I would say they would play a factor in that would be the Eagles and the Rams, because it will be snowing. But those two are cold weather teams. They're built to play for that. So if you had to say, well, I just say I'm going for the Ravens, not just because it's a black quarterback and whatever, but
yeah,
I think the stronger team to be able to defeat KC would be Buffalo.
Yeah. And I hate this narrative that they saying that Josh Allen doesn't have anybody, and I'm like, okay, they might not be household names, but Cook is a solid running back.
James Cook, yeah.
Yes, Cook is a solid running back.
You got Amari Cooper,
Shakira, you got
Knox,
Cooper, Knox,
Mike Hollins.
Yeah, so it's like
two tight ends.
But that's a narrative that they trying to push with Josh Allen. And real quick, I'm gonna go through the numbers real quick. Lamar Jackson, 4,000 yards, 41 touchdowns, 4 picks. Josh Allen, 3,700 yards, 28 touchdowns, 6 picks. What are we talking about?
No,
yeah, that's obvious.
The only thing that matters to me, the numbers look good, and Lamar's still stat-wise over him. But my thing is, you gave the MVP to the man he had lower stats last year than this year.
And the crazy thing is, right? So with the whole, Lamar got Derrick Henry.
That's what they're gonna use.
Yeah. So hold on, wait. Derrick Henry, 325 carries, 1,900 yards, 16 touchdowns. James Cook, 207 carries for 1,000 yards, 16 touchdowns.
17 actually, because he got 17 touchdowns.
Well, no, this is regular season. I'm doing regular season stats.
Okay.
Regular season stats. But I'm saying Lamar, Derrick Henry got almost 150 more carries than this dude.
That's why there is no difference between them four.
Yeah.
Ain't no difference. So we can't use that narrative to say, just because he got Derrick Henry. Now, granted, he needed Derrick Henry to improve that team.
Yes.
But they both look-alikes right now.
Yeah, but they that's what the media is going to do. They're going to make you see something that's not there.
Right.
They're going to force it on you.
Facts.
So Josh Allen is who they want to win the MVP this season.
And
he's lived up to it.
No, that's the Head Damn Award. Nam came up with that.
I agree.
That's the Head Damn Award.
I agree. I'm no stranger.
What was that? What was that when Dame kept crying about trying to be an All-Star until he finally was an All-Star?
Yeah.
It's a Head Damn Award.
Yeah,
Him and Booker. Here damn.
Yeah.
So you think if they give it to Josh Allen, that's what it is here then?
Yeah. Which is crazy because Jaden Daniels made it to a conference finals before Embiid did. But I digress.
He just had to take a shot.
Hey,
Embiid somewhere right now, minding his business,
saying.
low managing, and he just had to take a shot.
But y'all brought up the Here Damn Award, so
I knew it was.
It was going to come
Pause.
back to
I knew it was coming, but he finds a way to slip it in. Pause.
yo, settle down.
Nah, but he said pause though. He said pause. He said pause. So real quick, predictions: Eagles, Rams.
Oh man, what is?
Eagles, Rams?
It's gonna be? Yeah, it's gonna be snowing. The needle will point in favor to the Eagles because they're at home.
Okay.
I say the Rams because they the better team, in my opinion. But I got a feeling the Eagles are gonna pull this out again.
Eagles, who you got?
I'm going with the Eagles.
Regurgitation. So I got the Eagles too. Bills, Ravens.
Woo! That's gonna be a tough one, man.
I'm going Ravens. I can't root for nothing in my division.
Oh, that's your reason.
Yep.
Okay, it's gonna be tough. You ain't lost a game at home.
I'm going for the brother man.
Probably about time to lose.
The other man.
Man. See, the crazy part is, man, it's a cycle between the Bills, the Ravens, and the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Baltimore can't beat the Ravens. KC got a problem beating Buffalo. And then
In the regular season.
yeah.
In the playoffs, listen,
It's been the Chiefs.
it's been the Chiefs.
Right.
With the,
The Chiefs got
with the exception of that 1 year Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
I think that
Chiefs got
changes
mind
this year.
control over everybody in the AFC.
I think it changes
Home or
this year.
away.
I think it changes this year, man.
Home or away. Because I think he went to Baltimore and beat them last year, didn't he?
Last year, yeah.
So who-
Remember, it was the first. Last year was the first year that he was on the road.
Yeah.
So so part of the NFL scripted room.
Okay.
All right. Who would you rather see play Kansas City between these two?
The Ravens.
The Ravens.
You'd rather see the Ravens playing.
Yeah.
Me personally, yeah.
No, you know what? I take that back. I'd rather see the Bills just to get their ass beat again.
Oh, so you can have more
So we can
content.
get a
yeah.
So we can get a three-peat? No.
So I'm going for Ravens.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day,
Yeah.
Josh Allen, just like Aaron Rodgers owns a majority stake in Chicago,
Yeah.
the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes owns the Bills. At home, on the road, it don't matter.
Rent-free.
Rent free.
Yeah.
You
That new stadium that they built in Buffalo,
Yeah.
that's part Mahomes built that. His name is going to be on the field. That's Patrick Mahomes' home place.
Patty Melt
You
Stadium.
have his pictures in the hallway.
Yeah, he's gonna have pictures when you walk down and when they do the grand opening and cut the ribbon. That's gonna be
tunnel.
Patrick Mahomes cutting the ribbon in there.
It's gonna be called Patty Melt Stadium.
Yeah, like they're gonna have the suite with his name and all that. Like he owns the AFC, especially Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buffalo owns our division. I mean our division, but
But he beat them this season, didn't he? In the regular season.
in the regular season. But
Yeah,
they beat them last year in the regular season too. Remember, it was the bogus call with Tony, Kadarius Tony.
Yeah.
He was offsides,
Yeah.
and they scored a touchdown, but they
Yeah.
brought it back, and then
Yeah.
you know
that's
at the
right.
end that was the first time we seen Patrick Mahomes go at it with the refs. It's like, yo, y'all supposed to be on my side.
Right.
But yeah, like. Listen, no matter who wins, he owns the division, the whole conference.
Yeah. I think Buffalo finally take they one L at home today. Bad way to come during the season, but I think they get that one first,
and what we're starting to see is the NFL is starting to become more of the NBA than we think. The regular season don't really mean nothing anymore. You saw the Chiefs BS their way into the into the playoffs. Detroit did great. Minnesota did great. And we'll look what they got them. First round, they put all the stock into this regular season.
I think all sports is like that. Baseball, college. I think everybody just do what they have to do to get to the playoffs to get in.
Yeah, but the NBA kind of started that trend of devaluing the regular season, especially the good teams.
Well, but 82
Low-
games,
Load managing and stuff like that.
MLB is the same way. You do 106 some games. It's like, we're not gonna sit here and watch 2 doubleheaders, and it's we
That's
got so
cra-
many
yo.
more games to go.
Now imagine the NBA and NFL had doubleheaders in the same
hell
day.
no. NFL couldn't do that. We'd never have nobody on the field.
By week 10, everybody got sick.
Everybody getting lit
So-
up first one game a week.
Before we move on, the NFL is they're talking about potentially cutting another preseason game, cutting it down to 2. There's 3 now. They're cutting it down to 2, and then adding another regular season game, which would make it 18. And it's like, I love the NFL. Sundays ain't gonna be the same once the Super Bowl's over, but it's like, when is enough enough?
I think they're trying to take over the whole week.
Well, you didn't change anything. You really didn't change nothing. You just took the word preseason off and just put this as a week. You didn't change nothing.
But
My whole thing was to take a game away. They didn't take one away.
But see, the thing is, can you really evaluate a guy in 2 weeks of preseason? Can you evaluate a guy? Perfect example, right? And this is probably one of the best examples that the world got to see. Victor Cruz made that Giants lineup the 4th game of the preseason against the Jets. If you watch Hard Knocks, all throughout the game, Rex is like, yo, somebody got to get a hold of that kid, number 3. Somebody got to, and at the end of the game, he went up to the coach and was like, yo, who's that kid number 3? Now, mind you, the whole game done went, and he specifically said, hey, that kid right there is solid. So Victor Cruz, 3 touchdowns, great game, and was able to make the team based off that game. So, I mean,
you still got to have you still have to have some preseason games for guys to make the squad. You got to see something.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all practice against each other all day. They ain't gonna do nothing. So
Yeah.
you gotta play somebody to get the NFL feel. My thing is, why add another game at the end of the season? 17 is good enough.
But you got to look at all those TV deals they signed, Amazon, Netflix.
I get that.
They just
ESPN.
everything.
I get that.
Peacock,
They're probably Peacock. They're probably gonna get Hulu in there at some point.
Paramount.
But all that's
So
that's
you have to satisfy all these different streaming platforms.
Yeah.
and give them specific days.
I get that. I mean, but the same two doggone NBC and they get the same games every come playoffs every
Yeah.
day. You know what I'm saying?
The-
That don't never
the main
change.
games are always on the NBC and
Yeah.
ABC.
They never change that.
Yeah, but in the regular season, you got to accommodate these.
Yeah, it's
spaces.
fumbling everywhere. But I still think
especially
17.
if they're throwing
Listen,
$1 billion.
Netflix just jumped in the thing and got a couple games.
Yeah.
So it's like
Prime got a couple
you right.
games.
Prime.
Yeah.
If they're throwing you a couple of billion for the next 6-7 years,
But when
then
you-
that increases the revenue.
But it's like you say, when are you gonna say enough was enough? This season here, we've seen more guys get hurt than we've ever seen. And we talking about star studs.
Well, and that's
So
the trade-off.
it's like,
That's the exact trade-off.
But
That's
you're-
what they need to ask.
but you're paying them money to see those
Stars.
stars.
Yeah.
you
Again,
ain't coming.
It's a valid point.
Yeah.
It's a valid point you're making, but again, at what point do you say money is more valuable than the actual product that we have?
Right.
Greed. That's what it comes
Yep.
down to.
Yep.
They don't care about nothing else but their bottom line. So excited about those games. And I was also excited to go to my first Duke game.
Talk to them.
Right.
Let them know.
So, and it's not for the reason. It's well, hold on, wait.
He's been this excited
wait.
the whole
Check
series.
me out.
no.
Check me out.
No,
Listen.
no.
Converted him overnight.
Yeah.
No. It's no conversion.
Converted
It's
him
no
overnight.
conversion.
You know how like people go to jail and come back Muslims or whatever? He was
I
overnight.
also see some that go to jail, come out, and do the same thing again, go back. So I don't,
Hey, listen.
no conversion.
Listen.
He
No
is-
conversion, right?
You got Duke Blue on this morning?
No. That's not
Listen.
Duke. It's Yankee Blue.
Oh,
It's
oh,
Yankee
oh,
Blue.
oh.
Listen.
This man was taking pictures with all types of wild stuff over there, man. You should've seen him.
Listen. No, but hear me out,
Yeah,
right?
look, give him that look.
Listen.
Everybody got a price.
What I was listen. What I was doing, right? I was infiltrating
Right.
the whole. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Try to from
Right,
So
right.
we'll-
Got you.
But listen, I was that was my first Duke game.
Yeah.
obviously I'm a Carolina fan, but I appreciate
Go Heels.
games. Like one thing about me, I'm a basketball junkie.
Yeah.
No matter if it's high school, college, whatever. I appreciate tradition and I appreciate basketball. Duke is one of those schools that's a traditional school.
Right.
And I got a hookup, basically. So I'm never going to turn down.
All that basic boiled down to that right there.
Yeah, I got a hookup.
Everybody got a price.
Yeah, I got a hookup.
We can entice you.
So,
We can
hold on.
entice you a little bit here.
So I go to the Duke game, and what made it more exciting, the real reason why, is because of Cooper Flag, right?
Yeah.
I've been following Cooper Flag for some time, a couple years. So when I got the opportunity to go to the game, I said, you know what? I'm gonna put 2 and 2 together. I've been following this kid. They say he's potential first round pick and
Number one overall.
number overall pick, and I get to see him up close and personal. Pause. I said, I'll be a fool to not go to that.
Yeah.
So I go to the game, and the first thing I want to say about Duke, right? The gym. Bro, no grown man or woman in a right mind can sit up in them lower sections. Now, I'm not complaining because I had a great experience.
Yo,
But I
he's
got
on the third
arthritis.
row and he's complaining.
Listen, I got arthritis in my knees, in my back. My joints is hurt. I'm still recovering from that.
It's
Right?
crampy. It's crampy
Sat
in there,
third
man.
row.
Outside of
Players,
that,
coaches, you.
yes, I was in the timeouts a couple times. I ran a couple plays too. That's how close I was. I told anyway.
They're never going to build another arena there. I can tell you that.
See, they don't have to build
They're
another
never gonna
arena.
build another arena.
All they got to do is just add some damn
Seats.
backs to the seats.
not happening.
Pause, no freaky. I'm squeezed in between grown-ups, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And it's not like we teenagers. Everybody, is bigger than the average teenager. And all game, I was uncomfortable. And I said, yo, for real, if I got to use the bathroom, I'm assed out.
You're over. It's over with.
Yeah, you cooked.
Yeah.
Listen, outside of that, it was we damn near sat on the floor,
Yeah.
right? So afterwards, whatever, I got a chance to see some of the players.
Yeah.
So now I might sit here and lie, but
Yo, this man was starstruck. I say this on camera.
Okay.
Right here. This man
so
was
how was
starstruck, yo.
how was I starstruck?
Man, this man walked in there with his hands in his pocket. Mr. Flag? Say, yo,
What did I say? What did I say?
be cool, right? Can I get a picture?
Yo, hold on. See now,
Mr. Flag is
Listen,
crazy. He's 18, bro.
now it's funny, right? You can always tell when somebody, been doing something for a while. So now I'm sitting, he got his normal little spot. He know everybody in there.
Yeah.
So I'm new, right?
Yeah.
I don't know nobody. So I'm like, yo, what you call it? Now I'm like, yeah, yo, you good? And I'm like, all right, I'm going to ask for a picture, but he was with his family. I ain't want to disturb,
Yeah.
Now I'm like, yo, don't even worry about it. So now I start joking, talking about, oh, what you from New York? You starstruck? I said, never starstruck. But it's just like,
Yeah.
But Coop was cool. He ended up I ended up getting a picture, but now it was funny.
Listen, he was nervous. He was like, yo, ask your cousin if I can get a picture, man. I said, bro, he's right here. Right here.
Yeah.
He speaks English. He's right here.
What'd you say? I needed a translator? Yo,
Yeah.
nah, translate this for me. He said, yo, you know I can hear you, right?
He's right in front of you, bro. He speaks English. Perfect English. 4.0 at that at the school, bro. Shout out to Cuz, too.
Nah, shout out to Cuz. Yo,
One thing.
Cuz is cool, too. He's just, that's like the third tallest person I've ever seen in my life.
One thing. The third tallest person.
Yo, that's crazy.
Accurate
yo.
number.
Yo, so I took a picture with his cousin. And I look like a little kid compared to his
Yeah,
cousin.
dude.
Yeah.
But you got a chance to see a great talent up close and personal with Cooper Flag. He's
Real deal.
He's everything. That
He's
was
everything
advertised.
advertising,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
And more.
yeah. So he whatever team he gets on,
Could be OKC.
we'll see. You know how that lottery goes.
Yeah.
You know, so it ain't like a draft. Like
Especially if Zion leaves New Orleans.
Nah, OKC got draft rights to
Yeah.
4 teams that are going to be in the lottery.
Yeah, so
Which is crazy.
I mean,
So one of those picks could be one.
Or what they could do is flip that
Yeah.
and get a Jimmy Butler or something like that.
Remember the small market dollars is different.
Boy, you mess around and see Jimmy in L.A. I hate that.
All right, so, but I want to say, like I said, shout out to Cooper Flag, #1 overall pick. I got to see the game in person, and
Best team in the country too. by the way.
everything about
They're pretty solid.
what they say about the kid's game is official. He's official.
They're pretty solid.
Oh man,
Yeah,
this is a great episode.
I say
ain't
that
gonna
because
hold
you know this when the
For
tournament
him to admit that, oh man,
they pretty
He said
solid.
they solid.
I'm gonna give I give credit what credit's due. I even say when Alabama's playing pretty good, even though I can't stand them, they look good. But when they stink, and I'm gonna let you know that. But you know, Duke's pretty solid this year, man. You know. But once that tournament started,
That's what it's going.
everybody saw because you could get kicked out by a
Yo,
lower seed in no second.
Now it's so. Yo, he started calling plays before the play actually happened. He's like,
I was calling
like,
plays.
oh, yeah,
man.
watch
That's
this.
somebody who's been in that
Yeah,
gym countless times.
Yeah, he said, "Oh yeah, watch this.
Was
This
he
is
jumping up
such
and
such."
down? He was
Now,
jumping up
hold
and
on.
down too.
Now, what Nam didn't know, when Cooper against Pitt, when he dunked on old boy,
Yeah,
they got Nam on the side jumping up and down. I said, "Oh, that's Nam right there," because I saw where we sat.
Yeah.
So you watch the highlight. Nam was sitting there jumping over. I see you with your little Duke hat. I said, "Oh, Nam was in the highlight."
oh the Pitt game.
Yeah,
Yeah, he put his nuts all in there, dude. Yeah, it's just all in his mouth.
Pause.
yeah, that was
That was a nasty dunk, though.
Yeah.
Yo, it was, yo, I mean, he sat there and watched it coming. Pause.
Pause.
I was like,
Wildin' today,
straight to
bro.
the face, yo.
Nah, the good thing when you came to the game, you was able to see Duke as a unit because
Yes.
usually Cooper's had like yesterday he had a big game, 28 points or whatever. But yesterday that day it was a team effort.
who's the kid?
Connect.
Connect.
Yeah.
He was connecting everything.
Yeah, he
He hit he had like 25 all threes.
yeah.
He didn't miss.
Should have been all threes. Hell, every time you come half court, the 3-point line is right there. I mean,
Nah, yeah, that gym is like real small.
tell you it's
Yeah,
compact.
it's
But
a
the
different
funniest,
atmosphere, bro.
the funniest part, right? And this is why I love college sports. When Miami shot air balls,
Oh man.
that was the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Every time dude touched the ball, and then in the second half, Miami players shot air balls.
They
So
had-
it's like
it was 4 of them total. What in the world?
air balls. So
Yeah.
So that like I said, shout out
That's crazy.
to Cooper Flag. That was a great experience. But it's still Tar Heels. Still.
Yeah, it's
NC,
always gonna be the
you know?
Hills, man.
I mean, unless I get some more hookups tickets to Duke, then you know.
You ever notice though, like, you know, we'll go in a slump, they'll go in a slump.
Yeah.
1 year we win, they'll win. It just flip flops. I mean, they're two of the best, in my eyes, two of the best teams in the country. It may
Yeah.
not seem like that
Crazy.
as far as play goes.
Both of
but-
them, two of the best teams in the country, and they like 10 miles from each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't stand one.
And in the same state at
Mhm.
that.
Yep.
So
But
that-
it says North Carolina, not Duke Carolina.
You're right.
Yeah.
right. But now it was funny because I'm a fake bootleg photographer on the side, so I was taking pictures, and now I was like, "Yo, act like you." I said, "I've never been to Duke before."
Yeah, man. Mind you, we first get to the game, and Terrence is doing like some CIA, not trying to be seen. I'm like, bro, put that camera up and record like you've been here before.
Because
I ain't know.
Because
He was
guess
like,
what?
nah.
You ain't the only one in there doing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was my first time on the campus, so I'm taking
Bro,
pictures.
we didn't sneak in here, bro.
I know, right? Yeah. I was like, "Yo, Yo,
Hey, look, you in a private school, man.
yeah." I get to I was like, "Yo."
we ain't sneak in,
I'm like,
bro.
I like, "Yo, Nam, y'all don't know my ticket gonna work." He's like, "Yo, your ticket is good." I was like, "Yo, you sure?" Yo, we.
He called me. Was like, yeah, I'm here, bro. I'm just
I said, "I'll wait for you." Yeah.
It's crazy, boy.
But nah, though, that was a fun experience. Got to damn near stand on the court, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's still, like I said, it's still Tar Heels. So but remember how we was talking about who was the next player to push the NBA?
Mm-hmm.
I think Cooper Flag could be that next player
I think so too.
because he's solid.
He's living up to the hype.
Yes.
living up to the hype thus far, especially what he did on the select team in the summertime.
In the summertime, yeah.
Against the NBA pros.
Yeah.
It shows that, okay, he can handle himself in those spaces, and then you go to a big powerhouse school like Duke, and you're putting up 40,
Yeah.
25,
Yeah.
willing your team.
Yeah, we'll I guess we just had to, dream about it right now because it's because it depends on like what team he goes to and how he's utilized. If he go to,
We'll just have to dream about it right now, as if he ain't playing.
I mean, far as on the NBA team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying.
Yeah, right,
it depends on
because we don't know how his talents are going to be utilized. Like what team? If he goes to OKC, right? They swamp with talent, and they got chemistry.
Yeah.
Who are you going to remove?
That's why I said for him, if I'm OKC,
he has to start.
I mean, it depends where he goes. You're right.
Yeah.
He has to start.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you go into a team that's already set. Just say like Cleveland, just their chemistry is off the charts right now.
Now, what I said, right?
Maybe with y'all, yeah.
Now I'm disagreed, but what I said, the perfect spot for him to go is right up the block.
Charlotte,
Yes.
and fall apart
Listen, he can,
Yeah.
huh?
and fall apart.
No, because the thing is,
How you see Charlotte?
what's pissing me off with Charlotte is they have talent.
Mm-hmm.
They have talent. So
what do you do with Brandon Miller?
Brandon Miller could still.
He
Brandon
can
Miller
still
could
be
play
there.
the
They're
two.
essentially the same guy.
No, Coop is more. He can.
Brandon can probably shoot a little better than Coop.
Yeah, but I'm saying, okay, you replace Coop with Bridges.
I don't think Bridges is coming back anyway.
That's what I'm saying. That's who, because Coop.
Bridges wants to rap. He wants to go over there with Jello.
I was going to say he over, yeah.
He don't
He
want
on
He
his-
trying to be the
he's on his
NBA's
label.
He trying to be the NBA's YN.
he don't really want to hoop. You can
I
see
think
it.
he'd be a good compliment to Melo,
Yeah, but him.
but I don't. That team, I just don't. You don't.
Well,
You got to rebuild at some point. Something.
yo, I don't understand how the hell Charlotte is bad every year. They got players.
Well, last year they were doing pretty good. Like
Until Melo got hurt.
Yeah, and then he got hurt, and it's like, so I don't know, man.
I got a clip for that.
and shout out to shout out to the other shout out to the other Melo in Chi-Town, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yo,
man.
I'm glad that kid made it back, man. You know,
Lonzo?
oh yes, sir. I'm glad he made it back though with them double meniscus tears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You kind of threw me off. You said the other Mellow in Chi-Town. I'm like,
Yeah, you know what I mean. I tried to avoid saying the other Ball brother. So.
No, say Zoe.
Yeah, Zoe.
Okay, I didn't. You got so many. You got so many nicknames, man. I was gonna say, hey, shout out to the other Ball.
He's picking his words today, bro.
yeah,
So if
he's very careful.
Think
now.
about it. If I said, hey, shout out to the other Ball,
Okay, we said Jello. We
But that
said
would've-
Mellow.
right? But I was say, shout out to the other Ball in Chi-Town. You like Ball?
LaVar's oldest son.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Yo, somebody said LaVar's 3 for 3 right now. You got Mello in the league. You got Alonzo in the league, and Jello got the hottest song in the
You
country.
seen he got signed?
Well, he-
13 million?
Yeah. But he got all the rights to his own stuff to his own label though. So
Yeah.
it's all him. It's not like some of these other bums. You gotta, hey, get to cut the check.
Hey,
You
listen,
gotta,
I don't really know how the music industry works.
see, one of them gatekeepers.
Gatekeeper.
Yeah, he's a gatekeeper. Yeah.
I don't really
Nah,
know
but
how
the
it
song
works.
is hot though.
No, the song it sounds it's like nostalgic. It sounds like some Manny Fresh stuff.
Yeah.
One out of three can't make it. You know how it goes. You got
Yeah.
two playing, one not. Let me go over here, make a couple babies. You know what I'm saying? Make some music.
Swerve in that corner.
Yeah. Shout out
It's
to
a
Nikki
vibe.
Baby. So,
He's on fire today. He's just on fire.
So yeah,
Oh,
I
man.
think now there's been some talk about Tibbs and the Knicks. We're gonna stay in the NBA. What is your take on? They're saying that Tibbs is playing the Knicks players too many minutes.
That's who he is.
I mean, that ain't never changed.
Been doing that
That's
since Chicago.
yeah.
Boston.
Yeah.
He was defensive coordinator over there.
Granted, he
Whatever.
played Rose too many minutes.
That's
Yeah.
how he got
But,
hurt.
Yeah.
They were up big, and he kept them in the game.
And then, that's
Minnesota?
a knock that pisses me off.
What?
And before you say anything now,
Even in Minnesota, he did the same thing.
Yes.
but hold on, before you say anything now,
Yeah.
the reason why Julius Randle got hurt last year is because we were up against Miami
Surprise,
in the
surprise.
fourth quarter with like 3 minutes to go. He's up 20.
Oh,
He kept Julius Randle in the game, and that's when
surprise, surprise. The more time goes, the more they just stay the same. That's
Yeah,
who
but
he
but
is.
see-
he's not going to change that format. He's not
Yeah.
going to change that.
I gotta.
He runs a 7-man rotation. You can't do that in the pros.
He was doing that last year, and no one was really complaining.
Yeah.
Well, that's because that was
until late in the year they all started getting hurt, right?
yeah.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
that's only because players started getting hurt. But
Surprise, surprise.
but hold on, wait. But I'm gonna say
Come on,
this.
man.
I'm gonna say this.
You can't do that.
I get the argument,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the only time that I'm
You're gonna advocate for this?
I'm going to advocate for the old schools.
So he's 50-50. I guess.
Because guys from back in the days played 40-plus minutes, 82 games, no load management. So that's the only thing I'm going to say is guys played, shout out to Jordan, he played every game possible. Kobe, every game possible. Unless those guys were hurt, they played major minutes at a high level.
And didn't have the medical staff that they
That
got
they do
now,
that
you know,
now,
medicine
right?
stuff, yeah.
So, and that's the only thing. And I'm going to also say Tibbs doesn't believe in load management. So it's like, if you've been doing something for so long, you don't believe in load management. You instilled in your players they don't believe in load management. What are you supposed to do?
I mean, look, today's game is a lot faster.
Facts.
I was gonna say, yeah.
So that's wear and tear. Like, there's more possessions in today's game than yesterday. So that's going to wear on these players' body. And then Tibbs, he's a defensive-minded guy. So they're going to give maximum effort every game. It's not like Mike D'Antoni where you take a couple of games off, a couple of
And then,
possessions off.
yeah.
Nah, he wants you to play hard all game.
Right.
So that's going to wear on these guys' body.
Yeah.
Pressure, was it who was OG? Didn't OG get hurt last season?
Yeah.
I think that's because of the playing style.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah,
You're
they
having
play
them
tough.
guard everybody.
I don't know what these guys are eating these days. I don't know how they're training these days, but I think they just need to go back to eating junk food and lift a couple weights and go home. But I don't understand because
True.
there's more injuries now than there were back in the day. That goes for every sport.
Yeah.
I got a thing on that when you finish.
Yeah, it's just I don't understand it. I don't blame Tom Thibodeau for doing what he's doing. I don't blame him for that because you stated these guys are playing 82 games, years and years and years trying to make that money, and it's like, and then you stated, yeah, the game is faster. Guys are running harder, they're jumping higher,
Yeah.
and yada yada yada. So where do you put the blame at? You put Tom Thibodeau back in the day and let him coach those teams out there, and those guys are running
Yeah.
for every game.
Yeah.
Right.
But you bringing them now, it's like, oh well, the guy's got a little finger hurt, his fingernail went out, his thumb went off on his toe, got toe turf on the basketball court. What the world?
My whole thing is this: play more than 7 guys.
Facts.
Play 9.
I agree with that.
Play
Facts.
10.
Yeah,
That way you can stagger at least a couple of guys' minutes.
go through
Yeah.
your bench, man.
You can
Right.
you
Yeah.
can load manage throughout the game.
Yeah.
Give a guy early instead of playing 40 minutes or something like that. Drop it down to 35, 30.
And that's what I've been saying for the longest here now. You can splurge those minutes around.
Yeah.
Keep guys healthy, keep guys energized, ready to go and play. I mean, you don't have to give one guy all the minutes the whole game.
Now,
Especially when you play the bad team.
now another thing is that
Especially.
Tibbs doesn't like playing young players.
Mm.
But see, you can't risk your star players getting hurt because you have a philosophy of young guys don't deserve. Okay, the best way, and I was talking to my uncle about this. Basketball is not like football. Football, depending on the position, like quarterback, you get better by not playing in the beginning. You get better by sitting and watching the game. Basketball is not one of those sports. Basketball, you get better by being out there on the floor, right?
Reps.
So if you put a guy out there, granted, the Knicks are going to make the playoffs, right? So it doesn't – the regular season really, you want to gear up for the postseason. Best way to gear up for the postseason, put these young guys in, let them get that game experience. If you got to lose a couple games, it's just to – like we said earlier, you lose the battle, but you're trying to win the war at the end of the day.
On the back half of the season.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Once you get comfortable, you know, like I said, you're going to make the playoffs. It really doesn't matter. This day and age, you can't duck nobody.
Yeah.
You're going to have to play somebody.
Now,
So
unless
if
you down there by 10, 11, down you down up in here.
but I'm saying if you're looking like, oh, we want to get this seed because we ducking Boston, you already lost.
Yeah.
If a team has that space in your head rent free, you already lost. Like, all right, we don't want to get let's lose this game so we don't have to play this team.
Right.
You already lost.
Yeah.
Why are you ducking anybody? So that's the one thing. But to what we talked about the injuries, in my personal opinion, I'm not a doctor, but I did stay at a Motel 6. I think that the players now are getting hurt more is because back in the day, once the season was over, guys didn't start. I'm just assuming. None of this is fact. Guys took the whole summer off.
That's an actual fact. I mean, yeah.
Took the whole summer off and probably didn't start training till right before
Yeah,
preseason.
they actually vacationed. Yeah.
These guys are taking a week or two off, and what are they? Right back in the gym.
Mamba
So they're not
mentality,
giving their bodies any
Correct.
time to rest.
Yeah.
Guys are playing summer ball, playing rec and all that. So they granted, the skill level has gone up because of the work that they put in. But some guys don't take no vacations at all. And maybe that could be it.
And your body is paying the cost for that, man. I mean, you got to take a break.
Yeah.
You have to take a break in the off season. You're not going to look. This ain't Space Jam, yo. No one's about to come down and steal your doggone moves and your powers just because you took a break this summer. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna happen. You can take a month off,
Yeah.
you know, and then go back to training, you know. But your body's just
Not for nothing. LeBron takes time off. Now, the only difference.
I mean, you don't need him. You don't have to. He ain't playing for money. I mean, he's obviously not championships, but what else you doing? You know.
Listen. You threw me off. He takes time off, but one thing I will give him, he'll get little workouts in between.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's.
I mean, he busy, you know, trying to, you know, create a league now. So I mean,
But there's an art to resting too, because you can't sit there and work out all summer long, and then when it's time to play the 82-game season, you start to rest.
You start the rest
right.
That's
Exactly.
That's crazy.
That's a good
When are
point.
we gonna see the stuff you worked on?
But
Good
see,
point.
That's
And
that's
how are
why
you gonna know that it translates into the game?
Good
that's
point.
this is why I personally
Crazy.
think that they
Good point,
work
yeah.
all throughout the summer, don't really take breaks, and then that's the time that they're resting during the season.
Yeah, you want to take.
I think their
go
clock
back-to-back
is
time.
all messed up.
And the stuff they work on is not even like live simulated. It's cone drills and things.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why don't you like most the better players? They play pickup in the
Pickup,
summer.
yeah.
Right.
The Stephs, the KDs, the Melos, and LeBrons, they play pickup.
hmm That's how you really.
These guys
work
are
on your
running
game.
around cones all day.
Kyrie's one of the best. He takes everything that he tries to do and puts it in play in pickup.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, and back in the day, guys used to play at Rucker Park and stuff like that. They used to
Julie.
play,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So
During the
I don't know.
summertime,
I
they
mean,
did.
the NBA is
But the Knicks, I showed you that stat the other day. You guys have like 5 of the 6 players with the most minutes in the league so far.
yeah.
5 of them are off the 4 or 5 of them off the Knicks.
But that's
So there's some truth to that.
That's Thibodeau though, man.
But it's also
he been running. I'm sorry, he been running dudes in the dirt. You know, dudes in the dirt for a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
though,
I
yo.
said this though. I said this
I heard you was about to
Yeah,
say.
yeah, right.
I heard you was about to say.
I said this some episode like a while ago. Like, yo, that's gonna be the Achilles heel.
Yeah.
Dibs.
Yeah.
His playing style.
Or somebody's Achilles heel. You right.
He is on a roll
For real,
today.
man. But he on point. Hey, look, he right though. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah, see, like with the football going on, I ain't really been paying too much. I haven't watched too many Knicks games. But once football is done, I'll be fully locked in. College basketball, college football. I mean, not college football. College basketball and the NBA. You know, I gotta watch the Knicks, LeBron. I gotta watch my boy Julius Randle.
Let me ask y'all a question, man.
What's up?
What do you think about Cleveland?
Cleveland's the real
They
deal.
only lost like 5 games, I think.
Cleveland's the real deal.
What you think they're a threat? Like a seriously threat?
I'm gonna say 2 words: Kenny Atkinson.
Evan Mobley.
I mean, it's legit the same team. They just found a way to
unlock that kid.
Who? Kenny Atkinson.
Yeah.
But I
Great coach.
I think they just found a way to know their roles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, they roll and shut their mouth.
Yeah, I'll be real with you. I think so.
Nah, that's a fact, and that's the beautiful thing about coaching, right? Jordan was already great. Once Phil came, Jordan's game went to another level because we knew he could score.
Yeah.
Now Phil told Jordan, "Listen, trust your teammates."
Yeah.
Jordan was hesitant for because Doug Collins let Jordan do whatever he wanted.
yeah,
that's why he loved Doug Collins.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He said, "Yo,
You could play point today. You could play 2 tomorrow. Whatever you want to do."
But when Phil came, the beautiful thing about coaching was Phil challenged Mike, said, "Listen, trust your teammates. It's going to benefit you in the long run." Mike did that, 6 championships in a decade.
And a Pippen, yeah.
So, you know, that's the thing about coaching. The right coach, even an underachieving team, the right coach, boom, there you go.
Yeah. Schematically too, the scheme that Kenny got them playing in it's simple.
If you remember, Kenny had D'Lo. D'Lo was an all-star.
Yeah, with Brooklyn.
Playing under Kenny Atkinson.
Yeah.
So you see what he's doing with this Cleveland squad. Anybody that followed that Brooklyn squad, you're not surprised.
They're playing with space, ball movement, and they're making defense pick. What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
I think the East man is back to being exciting.
It wasn't exciting when LeBron was there.
Who?
It wasn't exciting when LeBron was there.
When he was with Cleveland, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not exciting with Embiid.
When does he play?
Oh, glad you mentioned.
Hey, look, I'm just. That's been your phrase today too. Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. I mean, look, he won.
So you don't say.
He won.
Play.
Embiid won his MVP. We got that. Yada yada yada. But I mean, I don't know what the heck going on with this dude now. A lot of crying and fighting and
Crying.
yeah.
What?
Hey. It's a lot
Playoffs.
going on
We
right
talking
now.
about playoffs, Jim Mora.
Yeah. Philly about to be dismantled, dog. I'm
Yeah.
gonna let you know.
Yes.
All them.
I said this from before. Embiid just might need to change the scenery.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Paul George has more podcast episodes than games probably right now.
You accurate.
Your legend has it. He's doing
Accurate,
the episode right now.
You accurate.
Still,
Yeah, you accurate.
it's crazy.
Well, he ain't
yeah.
playing, so he got time to do it. I guess.
Yeah, it's about time for that to be Tyrese Maxey's team and
Yeah, they're going to have
it's-
to base it around him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey and the kid from Duke, the one
Jarrett,
that be dancing on TikTok.
rookie of the year.
Yeah, yeah.
Rookie of the year. I think he's rookie of the year.
Painted fingernails, dude.
Yeah, rookie. Yeah,
Gotcha.
doing all the suspect dances and all that.
I think he's rookie of the year.
Yeah.
He's a rookie of the year, and he's gonna be the champion on Dancing with the Stars.
Never been done.
Talented,
Never been done.
talented.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never been done. Never been done.
The state of the NBA.
It's cooked.
Yeah, that's like what the young generation say. It's cooked
I
right
think
now.
it's over, man. It's gonna be over for a minute.
Yeah,
I mean, you said you said you think Cooper Flag is gonna come and reinstate the media attention towards.
yeah.
Yeah, you think he's the answer?
Well, I saw him.
Like you said, if he goes to the right situation and he stays healthy, I think he can be a splash. I don't know if it's LeBron James like or Jordan or
Well,
Kobe
you won't get that.
Yeah,
Wemby
that-
got closest, and
I think it's enough to
But nobody wants to see a 10-foot dude out here dunking,
Getting dunked on.
Yeah, nobody literally.
That's crazy.
But even though it didn't count,
Still.
Wimby? Oh yeah.
woo!
Yeah, that was crazy.
Ja, I'm like, man, please stop dunking like that, man. You're gonna end your career.
At some point though, Ja's going to develop that knockdown jump shot, then it's over for the league. Cause he's talented.
You know who has a great knockdown jump shot right now? Giannis. Giannis is a great mid range right
He just
now.
look ugly when you do it.
Yeah.
But it's
look
He
ugly.
take
it's-
3 business days to get the ball up and shoot it. But
Yeah.
It's a bucket right now. He has a good post game and he had a good mid range game right now.
they're doing way better now.
Yeah, I
They're
give you
doing
that.
way better now than they were before.
I give you that.
Doc and Darvin,
But
they're gonna implode in the second half.
the tail of the tape is going to show after this All Star
Going
break.
to implode.
Yo,
What are they, fourth?
they fourth.
Yeah, they're gonna implode in the second half, bro.
Who y'all see winning the West?
The
Lakers.
West is wide open.
Who? Hold on.
Lakers.
It's I think OKC. I think this is their year.
I think
Last year was their year.
you said Lakers.
Huh? What you talking about?
Nah,
Nah, the
Nowhere.
I think it's OKC and everybody else is in the middle of the pack.
I got a dark horse team,
Who?
Minnesota.
Yeah, they
Didn't they lose to the Knicks?
They-
the other
No,
night?
no, we beat them.
they
We beat them in Minnesota.
what we
but then
say?
they
You
came,
lost it. Yeah,
and then they won the other day.
Oh, okay.
yeah. I'm gonna have to see a little more. Man, see a little more because Ant-Man, he kind of he's
Took a step-
digressed a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, just a little bit.
Yeah,
You
trying
know.
to figure out how to play, with the new guys. Pause.
Yeah, I think they need to go back to how they played last year.
Would you enjoy an OKC in Cleveland finals?
As a basketball person, yeah. As I just
I
like
would.
it, because like I said,
Refreshing.
I'll go to a high school game.
Yeah.
To me, it's not all about stars. As long as it's good basketball.
See, with him, it's a money thing.
Oh yeah.
Money thing,
The media, the NBA and the media, we don't want to, I'm saying it's not marketable, it doesn't.
Yeah, that's what you. That's what you go wrong.
Oh, I'm a white guy now. That's crazy. On
No,
camera.
no.
On camera, I'm a white guy. Listen, that is crazy.
Hey.
No.
Listen,
Nah, but it's. I
But
mean,
you gonna make a point,
again,
though. It is
but
legit.
Again, but that's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. When's the how often do we see two small market teams playing in the finals?
But I think that would bring. I think that would really look at the matchup they had. They had two, right?
Which one?
Okay,
two regular season round.
I think so.
Right?
OKC and yeah.
I mean, they were like. I think they were ranked pretty high as far as views.
Yeah. Well,
You know.
the thing is, right? Basketball is becoming sort of like baseball now, where it's a regional thing now, to where, okay, if the stars are not playing, a lot of people are not basketball fans. They're only fans of particular players,
Right.
in particular. You know what I mean? So it's like me. I'm a watch a game regardless who's playing.
Yeah, regardless.
Yeah.
Because I'm a basketball fan.
Right.
But the average person, if he clicks on the TV and see, Joel Embiid not playing, I'm not watching the game.
Because they don't know anybody else outside of that.
Exactly.
You know?
And I think that's the problem. Listen, Donovan Mitchell versus Shea Gilly Wallow, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 'cause we know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, 'cause
Because
we know.
I'm a basketball fan.
Yeah.
But the average person, and I think that's why they're saying that basketball is done. It's like, yo, if you love the game of basketball, you're gonna watch regardless. Now, granted, some of the things I don't agree with, all the 3-point, just chucking up threes, but listen, I wish when I was coming up,
Yeah.
all I had to do was chuck threes, not go to the basket to try to draw fouls and
Yeah.
get, put on the ground by,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it's the game is just different. Everything is different, but that's just my take on it.
Do that voice one more time.
Yo, that happened on
On
Instagram.
Instinct.
I
Listen.
don't know.
Listen,
I was in
I
some-
am
You
not.
gotta see.
I was in another world.
You gotta see this video with Snoop when he was on the radio. He
Oh.
was like, "Hey Snoop, what do you think about the NFL?" Then that's what that shit reminded me
Listen,
of.
I am not responsible for what goes on in this episode.
Say, yo, that's how I sound. That's
It
crazy.
just came out. No. But I knew that was coming though. I knew that was
I wasn't
coming,
even
which
gonna
is
make that
legit,
point.
though.
I was just gonna be
Oh.
like, I don't know.
But it was legit though.
I got some stuff for y'all, but for next week,
All right.
Okay.
I got some hats for y'all. Merch is coming soon too. We got merch coming soon. We just gotta get all that stuff figured out.
We ain't getting no flex bombs today. What's up?
Wasn't nothing flexible? It wasn't nothing flexible and worthy.
But we didn't touch base on the new league they trying to bring in.
See, the thing is, I don't know enough about that.
Some of the international thing.
Well, yeah, the one with your boy LeBron James boy.
Oh,
Maverick.
Maverick, yeah. I think it's 6 men's teams, 6 women's teams, something like that.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know
It's gonna
enough.
rival the NBA.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a rival to the NBA.
Yeah, I don't know. I seen
Yeah.
the headline, but I didn't really read into it.
I think they're gonna they're gonna treat it the same way they treated Ice Cube's
Big Three.
and blackball it.
Well, the Big Three wasn't supposed to be a rival to the NBA, though.
Well, it's supposed to be an alternative, summertime alternative.
Yeah, for retirees
But-
to go play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But they're
But
not.
just-
It would have been easier if the NBA just co-signed it
Yeah.
the same way that they co-signed the G League.
See that the thing is, okay,
One is a development league, the other one is a retirement league.
yeah. See, my thing is this: if you're gonna develop a league, what is the infrastructure gonna be? Like, where are you gonna play the games? Because the NBA is not gonna. Well,
Unless he gets that NBA team he wants in Vegas.
I think
they're gonna
that's
play every game in Vegas.
now. Granted,
I mean,
I'm not a
I don't know, I'm
conspiracy.
just-
I'm not a conspiracy theorist,
yeah.
but what I think when I hear that is, okay, if you're not gonna allow, because he didn't said multiple times he wants to own the team,
Right.
and the commissioner said, LeBron, hold on, wait a minute, you might get a team.
Well, hold on. It'll cost you around about what in the billions?
$2 billion.
Let's say $10 billion.
Yeah.
He can get that and sponsors and all that other
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
So it can happen.
Oh, you talking about the starter league or the owner team?
Well, that's what I was saying. I was like, maybe they were doing this rival NBA thing because they won't let them get the NBA team.
Well, that's before you stole the ball again. Like,
Oh, I'm leading stills.
yeah,
I guess
he
I'm
stole the
leading
ball
steals.
because that's what I was getting to.
I'm sorry.
Like, when Carlton stole the ball from Will, that's what I was getting to.
Go
Just
ahead.
Just like with the Kobe tribute.
That man said it's an ISO.
It's ISO.
and he
He
came
said,
up. He came up like this.
He was like, yo, I'm on here, yo.
My bad.
So
Go
look,
ahead. You got it.
but
Go ahead.
no, but basically that's what I was getting to. That's probably him. Okay. So Mike Bravo, right? He interviewed with the Jets.
Right.
The day after the interview, they fired Gerard Mayo.
Right.
I think that was his way of
Creating leverage.
creating leverage.
Right.
I could be wrong. I think this is LeBron's way of saying, hey, listen, if you don't give me a team, I'm going to have my own team regardless.
Right.
And I have enough attention
Exactly.
to get this. So it's to create. I get what
Now
you're saying.
imagine, right? This hypothetical in another universe.
Mhm.
Jordan and LeBron being on the same team again. Not like the time when he was 16 and they was in the gym, but them putting together.
Allegedly cooked them, right?
Yeah.
That would be crazy
Them come together to create a league,
to
to
think
ri-
of.
to put
actually.
that money together, and then all that, Jordan LeBron debate would be like, okay, now they're working together in business. So that would be pretty dope.
Right, the GOAT and Billy Goat got it going. Yeah, that's
I mean, they would have to add another. They would have to bring back Seattle as well because they already have a stadium, man.
well.
Yeah.
They
You
were
have to
already
add
talking
two
about bringing
teams.
out Seattle back.
Yeah, add 2 teams:
Yeah.
Vegas, Seattle.
Vegas, Seattle, and just take 2 teams that's already New Orleans shouldn't even be in the West.
So New Orleans and Memphis. Put them in there.
Put them in the East.
I'm like, why does Vegas already have an NBA team which like should have been there already? You talking about the revenue from that alone?
Yeah, but see, there for a large part of forever, gambling wasn't legal.
Well, I mean, legal in Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, legal in Vegas, but
That's what I'm saying. I mean, look how long it took for them to put the football team there.
yeah,
Yeah.
they about to have a baseball team too. Then the Athletics,
Yeah,
You got the chicks.
the
WNBA?
Vegas
Yeah.
Aces,
Aces,
yeah.
yeah.
Listen, Vegas is about to be the new hotspot.
Yeah.
Probably might
Excuse
even
me,
get a
ladies. I
hockey
didn't mean
team
to
soon.
say chicks. I'm sorry.
They might get a hockey team too.
Much respect. Much respect to the women.
You've been on one today, man.
I just don't want to go no stone unturned. I don't want nobody,
Yeah,
thinking I'm
yeah.
saying anything wrong, except when it pertains to LeBron James.
It's all respectful. It's all respectful.
Anything before we wrap this up? Before we
It's all respectful.
Before we get shut down, before we get started, anything before we.
Everything's good, man. Everything's lovely. Everything's lovely.
Going to San Antonio, baby. We're going to San Antonio.
Shout out to everybody tuning in. We
Final four.
love everybody.
Minimum.
Oh, prayers go out to people over there in California, man, with them fires, man. Hey, do whatever we can to support, man.
Yeah,
For sure. For sure.
yeah. It's your boy T.
This your man TJ.
Boy, no.